Hello, I'm Deirdre Hade. I am a mystic and a poet. And I dabble around in all kinds of spiritual adventures. My greatest adventure is really love, accessing love, learning about love, sharing the wisdom I've learned through the mystical Kabbalah and the other great traditions I've studied throughout my life. This is February, and this is the month of love, as it is Valentine's Day. Every person I have ever spoken to in my whole life has longing for a deeper experience of love. I've never met anybody that actually didn't whisper at some point to me, yes, I want a deeper experience of love and connection. People who are married, those of you who are married, those of you who are in new relationships, and those of you who don't have that deep relationship of love, but want that special person in your life. I've experienced all of that. I experienced being married, and then being divorced, and being single, then falling in love again, then that not working out, giving up, being a monk, and then falling in love again. And now I'm married and have been happily married for almost 5 years. And I'm so grateful for this. And my partner, Will, and I, we're always, I don't want to say work, but we're always playing with, okay, how can we be deeper? Because we'll feel ourselves kind of drift away. How can we bring back that romance or keep that romance alive? So calling in the beloved. The beloved is really a spiritual state of the eros of creation. Because in that union with all that is, we say enlightenment, or whether it's a transcendental experience or a deep experience of non-duality, this throughout time has been named as the beloved. That our beloved is the marriage of our soul to our beloved, which is the spirit. Throughout all the great traditions, Sri Aurobindo, the great mystic saint, wrote, the heart fire and volumes of a calling to the beloved. The great poets, Rilke, wrote callings to the beloved. Rumi, and in the Song of Songs, calling to the beloved. The beloved is a very real energy. It's an energy of God that we all have the potential to experience and to hold within us. So that even if you've been married for 20 years, and I've seen this, with the right direction, your partner can actually carry the resonance of the beloved, of that deep union that we all long for. When you're aware of this in a new relationship, there are things that you can do to help foster this experience of the beloved. If you don't have anyone in your life, there are spiritual things you can do to call your beloved, so that your beloved, which is out there, hears your call. It's said in the mystical Kabbalah that there is a soulmate for every single person on earth. Everyone has a soulmate, but sometimes we don't find each other because we can't hear our soul or the soul of others. So we may pass our beloved by on the street and not even recognize them as the beloved. So part of it is being able to open your spiritual eyes to be able to know when that presence, that frequency, that energy is coming your way. I am my beloved, and my beloved art I. The union, the eros, the mystery. The beloved is a mystical experience. It is the mystical experience between two people who are in love. It is deep, it is rich, and it's undescribable. But it is the presence which can heal. It is the presence which can create what has never been created and heal what has never been healed before. It is the place where our soul relaxes and says, oh, I'm finally at home. In the arms of my beloved, I am safe to be here. And so our soul comes. Our soul, which is always trying to embody this vehicle, this consciousness, this ego, touches in, comes out, touches in. Most of us only carry a part of our soul around with us. The real meaning of enlightenment is that we're an embodiment of our soul. Our soul is fully within our body. When we unite with our beloved, when we're in that place of deep resonance, of safety, the soul says, ah, I have a home now, and I will return. The beloved is a spiritual, mystical pathway to God. It is at the root of creation. In the creative story of the mystical Kabbalah, it says that God took God's beloved and brought her to earth and put her in the earth to enlighten the earth so that the earth would grow and there would be trees and nature and that everything would be alive and beautiful because God's beloved was so beautiful and he cherished his beloved so much that he gave us his beloved so that we could live. And this is the Shekinah. This is her name, the divine indwelling light, meaning the light of the mystical, the light which creates life, and the light of union. And so it is said that God is always longing for God's beloved, the Shekinah, to return to him and to lay in his sacred bedroom where they will be in bliss. And she is always longing for God to find her and reclaim her so they can be together in bliss. It is also said that within every single human being, we have God and the Shekinah. And that within our archetypes, we are always longing for that union to be present. Sometimes the union doesn't happen in a lifetime. So we come back again to find that union. Sometimes that union happens and then it's taken away from us and we get angry at God and say, how could you bring me this, my beloved, and now my beloved is gone? But each of us can create the temple, the vessel, for this experience for our beloved to enter. And this is how we do it. First, it's very important to have divine romance. Because there is a romance, a wooing between God and the Shekinah, between the beloveds. This courting, this wooing is romance. Because romance creates the sacred frequency, the energy for that love. And that was very simple. It's flowers, it's fabrics, it's music, it's candles, it's turning off the world, it's turning off the phone, turning off the TV. It's creating a sacred cocoon for you and your beloved to find each other. The second thing you can do is when you have this moment, make an agreement beforehand that we're going to bring all of our attention on each other. We're going to look in each other's eyes intentionally. So it doesn't just happen or not happen. We're going to say, we're going to do this now. We're going to look in each other's eyes. And now take each other's left hand and place it on each other's heart. So I'm going to use both hands because I'm one person. And hold each other's heart. And then begin to breathe together. Just slowly and gently breathing until your breath becomes one. And then just stay with this breath as long as you can. And after your breath has become this union of breath, begin to stroke each other's face. Use the back of your hand, use the palm of your hand. Really explore each other's face, the curves of the face. Get to know the whole skull. Because the face, which is the face of God, is extraordinarily sensitive and is longing to open to the beloved. And by stroking with your hands, which are healing, this will open your love to embody the soul, which is the beloved. From this, now begin to embrace. And as you embrace, really fall into each other. And then breathe. And then breathe. Now, by beginning your time together with these 3 steps and following through these steps with intention, you have just opened up to inviting the soul of your mate, your partner, to come be with you. Because that's where our satisfaction is in love. It's in the soul. The ego, it's not the same. It's not that deep love. But the soul to soul, that is the love we crave. Well, that's if you have a beloved, you have a partner. But what if you don't have a partner? There's a few things you can do. One is go to my website, deirdrehade.com, and look under inspirations, and under prayers I have prayer to the beloved. This prayer was given to me by the great Archangel Ariel, the Archangel of the beloved. And she said to me, say this prayer every day. And I said, well, why? I'm not looking for a partner. I'm fine alone. And the angel said, oh, I know. We know that you are fine by yourself, but we want you to say this prayer anyway. So I followed instructions, and I did. I began to recite this prayer every day. And within 90 days, I was in a relationship. It took me by surprise. I was really surprised. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to feel love. And I certainly didn't expect this person to be in love with me. After all, I was middle-aged with 2 kids, right? There's like a lot of baggage that comes, but it happened. So ever since then, and we got married, ever since then, I've been sharing this prayer with so many people, and I have so many people who write me and say, oh my gosh, I met my beloved. Oh my gosh, I have this beloved. So say this prayer, and it will really, really help you to call in your beloved. Well, I hope this has helped. I hope this has brought you some guidance for creating that wonderful love and an understanding of the meaning. As we come to Valentine's Day, personally one of my favorite holidays, and may you all find love, know love, and be in love in this beautiful, beautiful human experience we are dancing in together. Thank you. Namaste. Shalom.